Hey, my name is Eric, and what I have here to review today is an old Peavey Super Festival Series F-800G. They made several versions of this amp. They made just a plain power amp called the Booster, and then they also made a bass version called the F-800B. And the difference between the B and the G is this was intended for guitar. It has the addition of reverb, another distortion circuit, and also tremolo. They're actually really good sounding effects. Why anyone would want to run 400 watts of guitar? Well, you know, I'm a bass player, so they never can have too much power, so I get it. But I'm using it here as a bass amp because those effects actually sound fantastic with bass, and I'm here to review it today. So I've got a Conklin GT7 strung with a low F sharp using some Kalium strings. It's a 0.2 inch string, and I've also got an Ampeg Pro Series fridge that is plugged into just only that cabinet in the back there. So let's turn it on and get started. So this amp is, I don't know how to check the age. It's probably around 45 years old, between 40 and 50 years old. Still in excellent condition considering its age. And I was able to find the foot switch for it. Some of the effects stay on if you're not using it. So having the foot switch is great to turn them both on and off. So that's just clean right there. Don't have it turned up too loud, but because this thing gets insanely loud. But that's just a clean signal right there. What I could do is I could turn on the reverb. And it has an adjustment. You can turn it down. Or you can turn it up so it sounds like you're in a huge cathedral. So there's a lot of range of adjustment there with the reverb. Also the tremolo. Really kind of a neat sound, and it's also very adjustable. You can slow that thing way down or speed it up to warble speed. So lots of adjustment there. You also have quite a bit of depth. So that was on full, and then you can back that down a little bit to basically nothing. It also has overdrive. Basically a lot of and in addition to the overdrive, there is a distortion circuit. Also quite a bit of range of adjustment to that. And in that distortion circuit is something called phaser. What I think it does is it blends some of the naturals or the dry signal of the bass in with that effect. So you can really thin out your sound or thicken it up quite a bit with more of that natural bass sound. The other interesting thing is when you combine all of these effects together. I haven't played around with that a whole lot, but let's see what we got here. That's with the overdrive and the tremolo. Distortion and tremolo. Overdrive and tremolo and reverb. And you can turn them all on if you want and get whatever sounds you want out of this thing. It's really kind of neat. Another thing I like about it is it's very versatile in that you've got treble, middle, and bass controls on the left side. Then on the right, you've got this EQ with a number of different frequencies. It's actually a very bright sounding amp. A little bit of scratchiness there. Really thin it out with that bass controller, adds a lot of bass. That's high end right there. So really a neat and great sounding amp head. Really works well with that cabinet. And great thing about it, it's 400 watts into 2 ohms, 2 ohm stable, so you can hook this up to multiple cabinets. You can really drive a lot with it to get all the volume that your heart desires. This thing, I mean, look how big it is. This was made back when everything was made manly and burly. I mean, this probably look at a Class D amp today and say, seriously? Really is a great sounding amp, and I like it. I like these old school amps because they just have that snap, that power to them when you turn them up. So you actually turn this thing up all the way. When you start to overdrive the input, you'll get some distortion out of it, but I don't know how well that's being conveyed in through this camera, but I'm in a theater that seats about 400 people-ish or so, around 400, maybe a little bit more, and it's just through this A10, and there's that low F sharp, right? I mean, just the snap that this thing has when you're slapping on it, it's crazy the amount of volume that this thing puts out. So, well, really, there it is. If you have any questions about it, feel free to post in the comments below or send me an email. My email is eric_ras@yahoo.com. That's ERIC_RAS@yahoo.com. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.